This is not working well. Let me see my mic. Okay. That's a little better now. Okay. Sorry if you guys could already hear me. Hello, welcome. I'm uh I'm Minerva. I'm a CS student. Yesterday I started work on chess after seeing a YouTube video of someone with no experience working on a chess app in Python. I'm going to be working in Java today. I've got some music made by Zero Project to play in the background for you all. So I've got four playlists. I don't think we'll get through all of them, but we've got Earth, Ambient Symphony, Fairy Tale, and Fairy Tale 2. So these are kind of science-y beats, it looks like, these Earth ones. These, as they say, are Ambient Symphony. Um, and the Fairy Tale ones are kind of like a mystical vibe. I don't know. They all have a very different feel to them from what I understand. And so I'm very excited to share with you all. I'll edit those in the description really quick, but yeah, so feel free to just tune in and tune out if you want, or interact in the chat. I'll be checking periodically on Twitch or YouTube. And I am so happy that anyone is here. Um, I'm going to test the audio, so be warned, it might be loud for a second. I'm going to turn the music down just in case, but let's see. Probably should have done this before the stream started, but let's see. We're not picking up on Twitch. Let's pause. Make sure we're okay on the Twitch side or the OBS side of things. Application audio, mix.exe. It should be, let's skip to a loud part. I'm going to monitor it on my second pair of headphones. No, I don't hear it at all. It's interesting. Here, let's add it to the auto DJ and just play full tracks. Still not hearing it. That's unfortunate. I would hate to have to switch up my plan. Preferences. Windows Direct Sound. Primary sound driver. Let's close and reopen. Yes, exit mix. Maybe it just needs a little refresh. This is a lot of stuff to be randomly adding to it, so we will always show the menu bar. Big library, auto DJ. Turn on the auto DJ. Oh, perfect. It just needed a restart. I hear it now. Let's make sure you guys can hear it. Tell me if it needs to be turned down at all or turned up. But, oh shoot, my Discord's open. Sorry, my friends and I were talking about the Grinch movie. Here, let me close that. So let me actually just close Discord entirely. We don't need it open right now. Steam doesn't need to be open. My search engine doesn't need to be open. Okay. Let's see. I appreciate anyone who's here. I don't know if my chat is going to work. It's over here, but I don't have two monitors yet, so I'm not sure how well that's going to work. Turn it to tad. Show your stream key. Ellie, no. Ellie, no. No, don't smile at me. That's terrible. How's the audio doing? How's the audio doing? Is the music at a comfortable level? Okay, awesome, awesome. Awesome. I wish I could show, here, let's see if we can do an overlay of this. So, edit. I know this isn't what anyone came for, but, let's see. Browse overlays. Create new overlay. Yes, 1080p. Maybe later. Add widget. Your stream's chat. Oh, look at that. I don't know how I feel about it just being there, because I don't want it to get in the way of the code, especially. But yeah. So messages will fade after 30 seconds. Settings. White chat. Custom. Can we just do a clear? Background color, nothing. There we go. People are texting me. Sorry, guys. Okay, just my girlfriend Luna. We love her. So we can show messages permanently. We'll just do a dark chat, it looks like. Or a clear chat, sorry. And just do Verdana. Okay. So I don't know if this will work, but save. Top right that. Save. Can I just apply this as an overlay now? My overlays. Huh. I'm not sure how this works, so my widgets. No, it might crash. Oh no. Yeah, oh no is right. Okay. Ellie, can you hear me? We had some technical difficulties. Okay, we're gonna pretend that never happened. I'm gonna remove that stream anyways. It didn't really do anything. Anything important at least. Oh gosh, my whole computer's bugging out. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So I see my live streams. What are these? So is this one the current one? Yes, this is the current one. So this one is just random? Why is this here? Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm such a noob at this, guys. I'm sorry. If you are fresh here, I'm Minerva, a computer science student who is trying to work on code, but is also trying to fix the stream such that it doesn't destroy itself. Delete this upcoming video. We don't need that. Okay. Excellent. Don't show this. Oops. My bad, guys. Ellie, did I mess up? Okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, okay. Let's just do some code. Let's not worry too much about this streaming stuff. It's not that important right now anyways. As long as we're live, we're good. So let's just go back to the display. Close all these random stream tabs. It looked cool, but I don't think we need to worry about that right now. Last time I was here, I got a little stuck on the Java Swing code. So if I go into my chess directory and go into my GUI application, we imported our images as SVGs, and Java apparently doesn't handle SVGs. Like, it just doesn't work with them. So now I have PNGs. I used the website to convert them. And I have the bishop, king, knight, pawn, queen, rook. That's what those stand for. And then inverted is the I in front of these ones, because the SVGs are originally white. But I need to see if these actually have, like, size to them. Yeah, 90 by 90. So it's very small. That might be why I couldn't see them earlier, if they were just so tiny. Like, they were not appearing on my screen. I'm not too sure, but so it's whatever. I couldn't actually get them to load on the application though. If I'll show you guys, Java GUI dot Java. It says the thing is 90 pixels, so it has a size in the program, but it's not actually rendering my label that I would like to add. So I'm not sure what's going on there. We add our object, this JLabel object, to the screen, to the frame. Now I'm wondering, is either the print statement getting in the way, because it's like switching between terminal and I probably shouldn't have deleted it. I should have just commented it out. Anyways, is that getting in the way of the application? No, it is not. So let's see. It also doesn't close itself automatically, which is a little weird. If anyone does know how to fix that, to get their Java Swing application to close when you press the X, that would be great. But It could also be to do with layout. So I have the Java docs open right here. Um, so the Java docs and how to use icons in Swing. So let's actually just try to use a text component right now. For now, let's just create a text element and see if that will work. Let's try the JLabel thing, string text. So if we just do a JLabel with test. No, it doesn't even show up. Is it the color of it? Ooh. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Set text, update UI. It imports a lot of messages, or a lot of methods. Holy moly. So many methods. Just ridiculous. Maybe set visible. Thing.set visible to true. No, that's also not working. How does this visible work? So we could set color, I'd assume, somewhere. I don't know. I really don't know. So let's see. A display area for a short text string or an image or both. A label does not react to input events and it cannot get the keyboard focus, but it can display a keyboard alternative. You specify where the label's contents are aligned. You can also specify the position of the text relative to the image. How to use labels. So if we go back into our GUI application, let's see how this compares to theirs. Let's make ours exactly like theirs. So we have a text element, an icon element, and a alignment element, or an alignment constant. Let's see. So theirs is just kind of working, but it's also got this create image icon, which I don't have. I don't have a create image icon. Yeah, cannot find symbol. Maybe it's in image icon. Let's see. Image icon dot. No. Okay. So this is for Java 8, which is, let's see, dev.java for updated stuff. Maybe Java IO? No. Core JDK tools? Also, no, it looks like. Huh. So let's see, dev.java swing java 21. Yeah, java x.swing. Swing architecture overview. Okay, so this is talking about how it works. So for some reason, Java Swing isn't rendering anything. Let's look that up. Is it because I've created my frame too early? Would that be it? Oh, this is unanswered, it looks like. So we just paste that down there. Okay, so we're still having that issue with the image icon. I didn't delete that by accident. Let's just make it a new image icon. Let's get rid of this nonsense, and then delete this line. Paste it here. No, it's still not working. So frame.setSize. Oh, here's probably the way to make it so that it properly exits. I'm actually gonna put that in. No, I don't think any of this is a thing. So we need to pack, then set visible. So components might not show until resized. V2 enter. So let's see. Rain. And then game.set visible to true. Let's try that. It's not. We've got a little window up there, but I can't exactly close it. Okay. So this is new. I think that's to do with the frame.pack. Let's see. This article is a little slim, to be honest. So let me add that cool line that I have highlighted right there. set default close operation to jframe exit on close. And I'm going to get rid of this null layout declaration. Oh, okay, I think it was either one of those. It was the default close operation of the null layout that was bugging it. So this is perfect. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. And it centers it because it's centered in the code. Look at that. So the pawn is only 90 pixels, which is a little bit small, or low res, but I do know where to get the SVGs in the event that I need them. I got them from Lichess, which just has them under an open source license for learning tools. So we can render a pawn. So how do we make a grid in JavaScript? Let's see. Okay, so we use a container, it looks like. Grid layout places components in a grid of cells. Each cell is exactly the same size. If the window is resized, the grid layout changes the cell size so that the cells are as large as possible. That's perfect. So how many rows and how many columns it looks like. So infinite is 0. Let's try or grid layout. Let's put grid. What's new grid layout? So that's grid layout. Make it 8 by 8. So let me look in this Java file that they've made. Comps to experiment. What is comps to experiment? Interesting. There's a lot of stuff I'm not understanding here. Oh, it's a JPanel. Okay. So let's see. We'll also make a class like they have. Class that's board. And this will extend JFrame. Or should we do a panel? Is a panel different from this? Let's see. Checkbox, combo box. Text pane. It's not telling me what it is. JPanel, a generic lightweight container. I don't know if I want to make a whole class dedicated to this right now, because they seem to be doing some more advanced stuff. Um, oof. So we need a J panel probably first. New J panel with a double buffer and a flow layout. And we can add a layout manager. Okay, so we could put our grid layout in it. Let's see. Now, if we add this panel to the frame, what does it look like? Does it look like anything? Otherwise, it might just be a blank space. Oh, oops. Okay, so we cannot find grid layout. That's not good at all. Is it up here? Group layout. Box layout. That just allows either horizontal or vertical. There's a J combo box. A button and a drop down. No. I just need something to make a grid with. Layout style, position. Let's see. This over here. I can make a grid layout. Not gonna 21 string. Is this a new import? Grid bag layout. How do they import this again? So java.awt. Java.awt. I don't think I need events right now. Okay. So once again, we've got a very tiny window with probably nothing in it. Yes, there's nothing in it. So when you add a panel to a frame, I'm not sure what happens. So it appears to work. Like we've got it in there. Oh, we set the layout. No, that's fine, that's fine. We set it on initialization of the panel. So we could add the pawn to the panel. Let's try that. Okay, So that's, I mean, it has space now. It's still centered, which is, well, it would be taking up the whole grid in that case. So um, if I copy, a yank, then oops, added a little bit too much. Can't add the same thing twice, huh? Okay. Let's try just adding a new J label with on in it. Oh, look at that, look at that. Okay. And I might need a square, a 90 by 90 square, like black and white squares. I could probably do that in Paint, but I don't know how I would. Let's close this. I guess we could just, we can get rid of this test element. So now that we've created the icon. So yank, we do 2 Y's to copy. And then P to paste. So we need at least 9 to test this. Okay, whoa. Well, it's doing something. I can't tell if it's evenly distributing them or what. So what, or let's just do a loop actually, so I don't have to just keep placing comments. Let's do it 64 times. Just add a new pawn. Well, it makes a grid. It's filled with pawns instead of empty squares, but this would work in theory. Now, could I make a panel below a panel and have these like on top of it? I'm curious. So make a PNG, it's specified pixels. So if I go into Paint, This is so scuffed. I make it square. We will make it gray. File, save as. Square. PNG. What does this look like? Okay. It looks like exactly what I saved it as. No, not print. Edit. So I probably need to select all. Oh, not that. Don't delete it all. Color picker. How do I get rid of the background? What about paint 3D? Does anyone know how to get rid of the background of something? I guess I could. I don't know. Can't really edit any of this, can I? Okay, here. I know. White. Let's see. Is this gonna do some like AI magic, or is this just gonna be like actually what I need? Okay, perfect. So download. Place the file. Thank you, Adobe. We close this, and okay, so I might need to start using the chessboard information soon, so that I can like gather what the chessboard should render like. But I'll do that in a bit. For now, I just want to I want to experiment with this to see how it's going to render. Oh, there's 46? No. I think it's 48 middle squares. Or I'm not. We're just gonna experiment with 48. Add. Oh, we need to make an image icon for the square. Empty equals new icon. slash images slash square.png. That'll just be the alt text, I believe. New JLabel with an empty. And run diagram. Oh wow, so it's like, it's kind of trying to balance it almost. I don't know what it's doing. Oh man, what the heck? Goes on for a while, huh? Let's turn off path. See what happens. Okay, so it just kind of squishes them in. Unfortunately, that's not enough to fit 8 pawns. Or is it? No, 7. So can we just do like, no, I think it's bugging actually. Because why isn't it showing my empty squares like before? I mean, we could try 600 by 600, but I think it's just going to keep that same orientation. Yeah, see, it just keeps this orientation and then does nothing with it. So why is it keeping the grid 7 by 6? When it's supposed to be 8 by 8? If we do 9 by 9, will it fix it? This is something to do with something else. You think it's I don't know. I don't know. What if it's because it's initializing too small? No. Why not? So let's see. The grid layout is supposedly 9 by 9, but if I don't set anything, so 0 by 0, what does it do? Rows and columns cannot both be 0. Okay, so eight columns, 0 rows, so it's unlimited rows. Oh, that's perfect, yeah. Now why isn't it rendering the empties though? I don't know. Let's try adding the final row. Then 8 plus I could have just copied this. Look at that. Okay. So we're not getting the empty squares, but on the bright side, it is like doing it. Maybe the squares are just really small or like really big. I can't see them. Oh no. So if we do 2 less rows, so minus 16, 32. Do 3 rows, paste it, and paste it here. Oops. Oh no. Cover. Okay. I think I fixed it. I accidentally pressed Control Z to undo. Oh no. It so if we do empties. Look at that. Look at that. That's so cool. So these are labels. So I don't know if we can interact with the label very well. But what can we do with the label? J label. There we go. Close to these. A label does not react to input events. So get mouse listeners though might be what we need, because it doesn't need input, it just needs to be clicked on. Let's see. So let's remove 5. Why is it named G with a lowercase I? I just realized that. I just want to rename it. This is a lot of stuff for renaming something. Rename UI. You know what? This is really bothering me. Be fine. was having trouble because it can't, it thinks they're the same file, but so now move GUI. Oh wait, no. Perfect. All that work to rename something. So if I set the rows to mandatory 8, what happens? Because I really don't want to actually run over. So it still works now. Okay, it was just because something was going on earlier. So I don't want to have to re-render the whole chessboard every time we move a piece. I don't know if there's an option for manipulating by grid. Duplicate this tab. So is there like a get method where we could get the item at row column? I don't think so. We could set like a manual set of labels, because like initialize a manual set of labels. I don't know if we could use variable names for that, but we would just let's see. So like we initialize a list, or just a list of labels, and we could just call the individual label at that location. Sounds right. Do we want to do a list or like another hash map? Probably a hash map, just so that we can use the chess notation again. We could add it to chess, like integrate this into the chess file, and then give it like each square has a J label associated with it. That could work. Let me it would be kind of sucky to have it all in one file, but I mean, it would probably work. So let's do a part in the chess.java, where each square has its own thing. So let's see. So the grid equals new J label, and then let's see. So let me just steal the code from GUI. I'm just gonna put it in here. I don't think it's going to really matter because it's not that much extra code. What is this? Line 8 through 36. So what is that? That's 28. So does this work to paste? It does. It pastes between Vim terminals. So we could probably delegate this to its own flat, though, at least. Initialize. Second, guys, I got a text. Okay. Must not have pasted the set visible part. Yeah, that's working. So okay, so we'd have to make this static. Okay, set visible. Okay. I think I don't have it wrong in both instances. So now we have the GUI integrated with the chess code. We can start interacting with it now. So we need to set a constructor for the function for getting the label out of this. We'll just go with it. So return this dot label. Every one of the squares should always have a label. Like, I don't think we need to make it an optional thing to have a label. We should make it optional to have a piece on the label, though. So so we should have a list of icons which we can fetch from, I think, or a can we do static in this context? Yeah, we can. Okay, so we can make that shared, which is nice. It is running off the screen a little bit because it's such a long block of code, but start with empty label actually. Well, we'll start with on, but then put empty before it. Light con label. We have to specify. So this will be empty label. Rename it empty. I need pawns, knights, bishops, rooks, king, queen. Here, we'll do, yeah, So pawns, knights, bishops, rooks, king, queen, and sorry. Switch again to my main YouTube channel. Your videos. Oh, the stream is over. Huh. No, it's just not showing us live for some reason. Okay. That's fine, that's fine. Make sure it's fine. Okay, we're good, we're good. Book. We need to rename these from like that to the other one. So oh, we do need to add a semicolons to the end of it. Perfect. Oh, that's a whole bunch of random. Oh, I did it wrong too. We can't have J labels, we need icons. It's gather. So now we have a whole bunch of image icons. We should probably make them public too. Is there a way to do a multi-line edit? Don't know. It's okay. Sure that runs. Okay, yeah. Want to make sure. So we have a whole bunch of label icons. Now if we go to Square, we would make a new J label with an empty capital piece dot empty label. So yeah. Okay, that works. Now, or it starts with a pawn. We should probably add empty to, or no, because we just do nulls usually when we piece. Why does Square have a type, actually? I think I must have mistakenly put that there. I don't think that belongs. But we do need to associate these, I think. Or do we? I don't know. Because when we set the piece, should we just have a bunch of if statements where it's like, if piece equals pawn and team equals this, then set it to this. Yeah, probably. I'm just gonna do it. Oh, no, it's not layer block, it's just 0. So then n equals 1. Black pawn. Now we need L. Is there an elif? No. So now we can start out. I think, is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need pawns, knights, bishop, bishops, rooks, kings, queens. Cool. Space these out here. So I just prefer to keep it formatted like that. So we check as it gets set. So ooh, we actually need to make a check if it has no piece. Piece top. if we don't have a piece at all, then we need to set icon to piece.empty label. Okay. So now, do we need to put this up in the initializer for we could actually just make this into a function, honestly. 3 plus 8 times 33 to 183. So that's 51 total lines. We need to set everything to on square. We'll just set it to the on square piece. That's what dimensions. So yeah, it looks like it has everything. Let's see if this works. Okay, we're compiling. Let's actually run that code then. Okay, so we can set the icon as well. Perfect. Now we have a whole bunch of labels with. Oh, we don't actually need to set this because it's already set to empty label. Now I want to use these squares to render on the board. So we need to look at the board's code. And can a hash map do a loop like for X int or for I int board? Let's see. So is it iterable? Serializable. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh well, 4 each. Let's see, if we take GUI and make a static static function that is just going to take in a board. We just set board. Just call it board, not B. Or we need a get function for the board actually. How do we do this? Get board, I guess. Square in board. Let's make a new version of the J-frame. Where we oh my gosh, where it's a global variable, or it's at least in this class it's a global variable, and we can by initializing it, so we're just going to delete all this and use the set board method to take the board status for square and board. What would we do here? I want to make it so that as the squares change, the board's grid elements change, if that's possible. I don't know though. see if we can make a reference to a thing in Java. That's possible.
The long red fires of the dying day burned in the west, the wind piped drearily. And to the land the clamorous gulls did flee. Alas, I cried, my life is full of pain, and who can garner fruit or golden grain from these waste fields which travail ceaselessly? My nets gaped wide with many a break and flow.
So
Nevertheless, I threw them as my final cast into the sea and waited for the end.
D1 is a new demo. G1 is equal to D1. So we point to the actual object, it looks like. Instead of using a function to it. I'm not sure if that's a possibility in this instance, but for now I'm going to ignore that and just render the whole board each time a piece moves. For square in board.getBoard. Square dot get, or let's just so identifier expected. Ooh. Okay, so we can't put the frame out in there. And set board needs to have a semicolon afterwards. So this is all just a bunch of garbage so far, but let's see what we have. So okay, so we need to set it to a type square. Oh man. For each not applicable to expression. Yeah, I was worried about that. Yeah. Method set board and class GUI cannot be applied to given types. So see what's going on up top. Up here, we're trying to initialize it without the correct format here. I need to put in a board here because I changed that. Here I'm not sure what's going on. I think it's just something with the code that I mistyped. This means that hash map is not an iterable. So let's see what this defines. Okay, so let's fix the map first. That's probably the easiest, or the hardest one actually to fix. For map.m3, we have to import map. String and where and get board. Oh, okay, so for each inside of it, I want to get let's see. If we go to square. Alright, this will already do it 64 times. Get get icon or get label. So each label dot oops. How do we add a label to the thing again in the GUI? Frame or so we need a frame panel public GUI do we have to do a static constructor? Is that even possible? I don't know. Like to put it in the main function, I'm not sure. But So need to set this first of all. Just get label for now. Okay, so now it's having trouble. Method initialize cannot be applied to given types. Requires a board. Okay. So no suitable constructor found for JPanel, JFrame, and grid layout. Okay, so we can't initialize it with a frame. I don't know why I was trying. That's line 292. Now, method set board cannot be applied. Requires a JFrame board. We never have to use that grid layout again. Set size, set board, frame.add panel. So let's actually just do that initially. Never mind. I don't think it can do it initially. Alright, so non-static variable frame cannot be referenced from a static content. So not find symbol get label. So we need board.get label. Cannot find symbol. Is it a square.get label? Non-static method. Oh gosh. Found a J label. So to let's see, for each. So we need an action, which is a by consumer. For each entry in the map, the action throws an exception. Default implementation is equivalent to this. So how do I make a by consumer? Accepts 2 input arguments and returns no result. By consumer is expected to operate by a side effect, so we can't return anything out of by consumer, I think. That's a little bit complicated. So So oh my god. It's gotta be a class. Okay. We need to make a whole class for this. BC for by consumer. Be static. And well, can we just define it as a string and a square? So string where dot Java util function. Where dot when we have a buy consumer, we need so what was that? The buy consumer can, that's what we need an override statement here. Because we're overriding the initial buy consumer base. We need to take each square and take the current static panel and add the squares icon to it, or the squares panel. Panel dot add square dot, what is it? Square dot sorry, my girlfriend is texting again. Got film club later tonight, so I can't stay for the whole night. I'll be gone before 7. Just letting you guys know. So let's see. So we get the label, we add it to the panel. We do new BC or how do we do it in the map function for each by consumer? So we just new BC. Let's see if that works. I hope so, because this is really complicated. supposed to... BC cannot be converted to by consumer. Static methods cannot be annotated with override. Do I need to extend it to by consumer then? Let's see. For each cannot be applied to given types. Required by consumer. Well, this is all a little bit complicated for me right now. I might take a bit of a break. Come back to this later where I have more energy. I appreciate everyone for watching though. Hope everyone has a good night. I'll be sure to put the music in the description of the videos once it uploads. This was all this music was from Zero Project. We have the playlist Earth, Ambient Symphony, Fairy Tale, and Fairy Tale 2. So I really appreciate them for making all their music available. I'll see you guys on another time.